Rob was asking what herbicide I used, or post-emergent. And so right now I'm using Triad Select. And since I'm going to be filling up my 100-gallon tank, I'm going to put 2 quarts. That's the rate. So I know you can't really, it's hard to see, but I've got 40 gallons of water in there, and that's about how much water you're supposed to put in your tank. And the first thing you should be putting in is your herbicide and letting it cycle through the hose like I did yesterday. You usually want to use a surfactant to help with the herbicide, and that's true. The only problem is, since I'm using Seek in my mix and Green Effect, both fairly powerful fertilizers, I'm not going to use, and I'm putting the full rate of Seek right now. I'm not going to put sticky surfactant in, because if I do that, the fertilizer is going to get so dark that, believe it or not, customers actually have called me on, like, complained, and I just don't want to get any calls. So it's kind of funny, you know, you would think that I'd be worried about the herbicide, you know, burning the lawns, but instead I'm more worried about the lawns greening up so dark that the customers are freak out. So I'm not going to put any surfactant in because of the Seek that I'm going at full rate, and so I don't want to cause the lawns to just look so dark the customers are like, what the heck. So I'm having one of those mornings where it kind of a little bit scary to, you know, we're so tight with work, and you definitely have enough work for pretty much everybody except for maybe one person. And remember my last video is I don't want to say, hey, you know, we don't have anything today, so I need to take off. One of my higher paying guys who does gardens. So, you know, basically what I'm doing today is he's got a couple garden jobs that I don't think are going to take him very long. So he actually didn't come into work yet with no work. That hasn't happened yet. But he has come to work, especially recently, where he's only got like an easy job on the dispatch board, or maybe 2. So like today he has 2. So what I ended up doing was I ended up giving him the 2 garden jobs that he has, and then giving him some of the mow guys' jobs. Not my one-man crew, because that guy is just efficient as can be. So I've got another crew that has 2-man crew on it, and I'm giving my garden guy some of those mow jobs to do by himself. So that will definitely cover, you know, labor for him. Plus, it's basically the same as my 2 guys mowing that house, or houses in this case. It's going to be multiple houses, but but it's not taking away all the work. Because see, some of those, your guys, yeah, they get scared when you take away the day, when you say, hey, there's nothing to do today. But they're okay with leaving a couple hours early. Nobody's ever going to get mad at that. But it's when you take away their whole day. So basically, I've stacked a couple of the harder houses that are bigger ticket houses too to that gardener today. So that's what I'm going to do with him, and he seems to be just fine. You know, he doesn't need to know that I'm struggling to find him work, because there's plenty of mowing to do. I mean, I can give him mowing all day, every day, but we obviously get gardens that come in, and so I've never had to worry about that. But you know, like I said, I'm telling you this because some of you guys are scared to hire somebody. You think you have enough work, but you're uncertain that you're going to be able to keep them busy. There's always work coming in, you know, especially if you got somebody answering the phone, or if you're answering the phone, you could definitely push out the work. Now, I'm not saying that you can totally hire somebody and keep them busy and you've only got, like, I don't know, $1,500 in revenue coming in that week. Do you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really small and you only got like $500-800 of revenue coming in, yeah, you probably can't hire somebody, you know, and keep them busy. I'm just saying, you know, you're busy, you've got multiple crews going out there, but you know, maybe you've got more positions that you can hire, and you're scared to hire that extra position, like in my case, a gardener. Or you know you need to. That's what I should be saying. You know you need to hire a gardener because you're spread too thin, but you're scared to make the jump because you're not sure if you can keep them busy. That's what I should be saying. It's not that I think that you can hire somebody right from the start. You know, you gotta know that you have enough work, you know. But to be honest, once you get them busy, you can start marketing a little bit more, start putting flyers out there, start letting all your customers know that you do this service, and you keep them busy, and you kind of grow like that. So anyway, that's my point with that. So I wouldn't worry about that. Like I said, it's slow. You know, today he has 2 easy garden jobs to do. Maybe tomorrow he doesn't have any when he comes in. So tomorrow, if that's the case, which today we're going to get on the phones again, try and call people, try and get those garden jobs to come in. But if we can't, we can always give him a mow route from a 2-man crew. That way, you know, it's just the same as if that crew mowing was doing the job, but instead it's somebody else. And when they don't have to do that job, it creates a labor saving cost because they're not doing that house. Maybe they go home earlier that day. I'm okay with that when I'm looking for work to spread around. So anyway, you just got to be creative, but I've made a decision that I'm going to keep pushing work to these guys instead of sending them home, or instead of me getting out there. I've got to push it to the guys. It requires a little bit more work from me, but it's something I got to do. It's just the way it is.